631-6. Do you know what these numbers mean? Well, I'm going to tell you in a minute. Hey Coach Mackey here, and welcome to my channel. If this is the first time visiting my channel, welcome, and let me tell you what it's all about. I'm about the spread offense. Passing schemes, running schemes, tempo, any and everything that has to do with the spread offense, we talk about here on this channel. So if that's something you're interested in, click that subscribe button, and then right off to the side is a bell. Click it, and that lets you know when I post and when I go live. Now, what do these numbers mean? And let me show you again. 631 and 6. Well, those are the yardage and the touchdowns that LSU had against Clemson. And remember, Clemson should have been or is one of the best defensive teams in the nation. How did LSU score that many points? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw the play up on the board right behind me again, and then we're gonna cut to the actual play, and I'm gonna walk you through it. So let's dive into it. Now, throughout the whole game, LSU was taking the one-on-ones, and it's a thing of beauty, and they were essentially saying, hey, we're gonna scheme you and find our best matchup, and my guy's better than your guy, and we're gonna test you out. And that's what happened on this first one. So for the first score, LSU came out in a 3-by-1 like this. They had 3 over here, they had the tight end as a nub, they had their single up receiver, and this is how Clemson played them. And what they did was they play actioned the hold, and these guys, the L and the F, ran verts. This is essentially a 3 vertical passing play. The Y would chip, and then he came over, and that is one good thing I love about LSU is they always have a bailout, and usually it's the Y. Later on, we'll show you how they do that for a lot of reasons. But he sits, and now what they're doing is they're taking this one-on-one right here. And what the quarterback does is he drops back, and he sees this safety is in the middle of the field and kind of shuffling toward the 2 receiver side. There's a lot of grass on this side, so he just does what he does, takes a 3-step drop, launches it over there, and it's a nice catch. Now let's get into it.
So here's the very first touchdown. As you can see, they're in a 3-by-1 set. They've got the Y as a nub, and what's going to happen is he's going to run vertical this way. He's going to chip and then get into the line of sight, and you're going to watch as the quarterback looks over. He's looking at the safety, and now he's seeing where's he at. He's man up, and he's going to drift this way. This man right here is sitting in the middle of the field, so he is not a threat to this vert, and then he's just, you know what, my guy's better. I'm going to throw it out there. That is a great throw and catch. I don't know if you know this, but that is essentially pat and go that you run every single day. I've talked to some coaches, and they do pat and go a lot in the LSU offense, and this is why, because he is staying on that line. You're throwing the ball into that grass area. You're catching it over your shoulder, and you're scoring. So that was the very first touchdown in the championship game.
For score number 2, LSU was on the goal line, and what do? They don't condense their formations and get under center, double, super tight wide. No, they go freaking 5 wide, and it's really a beautiful concept. Most of the time when you go in the red zone, or the green zone, how I like to call it, most defensive coordinators are going to go man to man. So when you spread them out and you have a running quarterback, you can do some cool things on the goal line. That's what LSU did. They essentially had everybody run hitches. All right, so pre-snap, nobody is open. So then what happens? Well, it then turns into a draw, QB draw. And Clemson blitzed their way into giving up a touchdown by bringing this linebacker and blitzing this A-gap. So now everybody has a man for a man. And all the quarterback did was take one step, and then he just shot in there for the touchdown. And also another thing, this is I love this. LSU, again, same personnel that they have, but now they're empty, and they have their tailback out here as a wide receiver, which removes a linebacker and allows the quarterback to have a better chance of running the ball because now there's one less linebacker in the box. And you're going to see that in the film right now.
LSU's second touchdown of the night, they're in 5 wide. They're catching the play. They like what they see from the defense because most times defensive coordinators in this area of the field will go man-to-man. So man, 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 man. So that's 5 people. You're left with 6. Now it becomes a numbers game. You got 5 offensive linemen. They're 5 defensive guys. So really it is 1 1-on-1 with the great one, as The Rock says. And this is what happens. So he's coming up there. There's no room for the hitches at all. He maybe could throw this, but that is a far throw. That's a tailback. He's not going to like that. So he catches it. This man blitzes into the gap, the A gap. So now you just escape. Easy touchdown. That is the second score of the night for LSU.
So for the third touchdown, we've got 3-by-1, but this time they've taken their wide and they've put them outside here to match up on a corner. So now they have a better matchup with their two slot receivers. That is unbelievable. When we come up, the quarterback sees that this safety right here is shaded more toward the three receiver side. And that lets him know that this is a lot of grass area right here. So when he takes his drop, what's going to happen is he's faking like he's blocking and running a vert, and he is running to the flat. So he knows that this side right here is dead, this three receiver side, because they don't have the numbers. It is matched up 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 on 3. Don't like it. We come to this side. It's 1-on-1. Who is the key? It's this man right here. That is who he is looking at. If he stays back, then he'll throw it to the running back. If he jumps, now it's a 1-on-1, and we're going, or LSU's going, because I'm acting like I'm part of it. He's going, okay, my wide receiver is better than this corner. I have a better quarterback. I'm just going to throw it out here to the grass, and we're going to make a play. Either we catch it or it's out of bounds. Doesn't matter. We've made a shot. What they did was they took one step. The safety took that running back, so they threw the ball. And what I want you to notice when we watch the film in a second, that throw is the trash can throw. So he's taking one step, and he's just nice arc, so it goes straight in the trash can. It's something you should be doing every single day. If you're throwing the ball, let's watch it on film.
Third score of the night. We're in the same personnel, but as you can tell, the Y now is flexed all the way out here. You got the F and the R inside. We've got the numbers. We've got 1-on-1 backside. What he's going to look at is we've got 1, 1, 1. So 3/3 with 1 shaded over here. So that's 4/3. Don't like that. He's going to run a little stutter block and go. This is who we are keying. If he goes with the vert, then we throw it to the back in the flat. If he goes with the back, then we throw the ball all in this grass area. Again, pat and go comes in play right here, which is unbelievable. Notice his eyes are on this tailback right now. Look at the quarterback is staring at this key defender. This defender is taking the running back. So now you have all this grass in the back, and that's a trash can throw. That is a trash can throw. That is why you have to have drills every single day that you work on that develop that kind of touch for a quarterback. I promise you LSU uses some kind of trash can throw at least once a week, and that is why for the touchdown number 3.
On LSU's fourth touchdown, they're still in 3-on-1. But remember, the last one, the Y was on this side. Now he is by himself over here. That causes confusion to the defense, and LSU does a good job of using tempo. Now, Clemson is very advanced in their play calling and their communication, what they do. So when you can speed them up, it makes their kids think, and then you take away that aggression. And on this play, that's what happened. They run a modified version, at least to my untrained eye, of Y corner, where they give this man right here, the Y, the ability to sit instead of running a corner. So on the three receiver side, what they have is he is just running a lazy go to hold that corner. These two are running slants, and all they're trying to do is get into the field of vision of this quarterback right here. That is always good. LSU, when you break them down, they always have at least 1 or 2 players that are that oh shit player, that are there in case the play breaks down, the quarterback knows where to go and find him. On the backside, you have a flat, and then you have a corner with the option of sitting right there. It wasn't a stick concept because it went further than 4 yards. It looked like a corner route. And why I think he settled up was when he was going, this guy right here, corner, was backing up, and there was all this grass in that area. And when you watch the film, you will see it's almost like they're just playing pitch and catch at practice. Nobody is around Randy Moss's son. The quarterback just takes a step, throws it. He's wide open for the 4 score. Let's watch film.
This has to be my favorite touchdown all night. We've got 3-by-1 again, but now where is the Y? The Y is the R on this side. So now you have your L, your R, and your F all on one side, your Y on the other. We've got, it looks like a corner, but he has the option of sitting in a flat. It's 4/3 again over here, so we don't have the numbers. It's a matchup 2/2. So anytime you want to go with a one-on-one battle instead of an outmatched 4/3. He takes a drop back right now. He is clearly looking. There is grass back here, but I want you to watch Moss. He sits, his back is turned. This guy's right here. There's a lot of grass in this area, so we're just going to throw it. You can't get more wide open. Yes, he could have ran right here, but it looks like a corner stop. We'll play it again. I freaking love this play. I think it's a thing of beauty, and it's something you should put in if you're going to run a lot of corner. So he just sits there, and then he just stops. Here, man on, his eyes are there. It's just an easier throw for the quarterback instead of trying to get it in that back pylon. That is just essentially a corner curl, and you're wide open in space. And that's how LSU scored their 4th touchdown.
LSU's 5th touchdown comes off a mirrored route. Now, I'm not a big fan of mirror routes, but this was unbelievable. It was a mirror pick route on both sides. And what I mean by that is he was running a curl, a sit curl on the corner. He was attacking the corner and going straight to the flat. And on the same side, they did the same thing, attacking the corner to the flat, and the running back was just stepping up. And you can tell when we watch film is he's taking a step back, the quarterback, and he is seeing, what does this guy do? Does he go left or right? Well, he stays in the middle. He drops straight back, and then on this side, there's too many people. There's 4/2. That means the grass is not here. It is right there. And this L wide receiver does a great job of getting into the corner and then just sitting. And now defensive coaches, I know you're going to complain about that, say that it was, but when my wide receiver is running straight at you and your cornerback collisions him, well, you're just feeding into it. So now you're taking away the penalty of the offensive PI. It looks like you're mauling my receiver, which is fine with us because now we're just taking a quick step and then we're throwing it straight into the flat. That's an easy throw for your quarterback for those 6 points. And you're going to see what I'm talking about right now.
LSU's 5th formation. Now, if you've watched my other videos, you know that when they get around this area, they go that compressed set and they run that sort of version of sail where he runs a post, he runs to the flat, and then he's got this sail area right here. So you know Clemson, their whole defensive staff is telling their guys, hey, watch that play, watch that play, watch that play. Well, what they do instead now is they are going to run a curl pick. It is essentially a pick, but you can't call it like that yet. Like, defensive coordinators can't get pissed off because this guy right here just runs right at him. LSU uses jiu-jitsu and uses Clemson's aggressiveness in the secondary against themselves, which allows the Y, who is now in a different position, to just curl up into the flat area, and it's an easy throw. What's happening is you got the same thing on both sides, but over here it's actually 1/2, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4/2. So you know you don't want to go over here. There's too many people in the grass area. It looks like LSU has got them in tempo, which is they're having a miscommunication right here. And if you can see it, he takes that snap. He is looking directly at this middle linebacker. Where did this guy go? If he drops straight back or opens up to this side, now it will become a 5/2. Can't do it, so he's going to go over here. Easy pitch and catch for the 5th touchdown of the night.
The 6th and final touchdown that LSU had that night was came off the slot fade. And it was a thing of beauty because they used tempo and they formation. Again, I keep harping on this, but LSU uses the same personnel but moves people around just to create the matchups. In this case, a corner on the tailback, that's what happened. They went tempo, they caught him off guard. Now it's one-on-one on this side. The reason why they didn't go here, and I'll show you on film, is this safety. I don't know if he was misaligned or if Jefferson, number 2, was killing him so much they wanted to bracket cover him or something. But he was on this hash, which meant there was all this grass over here. What happened on this point was he just went vertical, and Jefferson, if you go back and watch, he has the option. I call it a sloppy route. He has an option of either breaking it in or breaking it out. And he can skip off and find where the leverage is and run his choice. So if this was the valuable side right here, they're clearing out the corner and playing the game off of this guy, meaning he can never be right. So if you have a guy that can do that, that is an unbelievable route to have. But that safety's on the middle over here, so now we're working the 3 receiver side. And all they did here was they ran a curl sit, a hitch, and then they ran the slot fade, and again, they did it like they did all night. My guy's better than your guy. I'm going to take my quarterback and put it right back here. Either we catch the ball or it's out of bounds. They caught the ball for a nice touchdown for the 6th touchdown, so they could get 631 yards and 6 touchdowns. Let's see the film.
Here you go, last touchdown. LSU is in 5 wide. What they do and what they do really well is they put the tailback on the outside, so now they're eating up a corner. They put the Y on the inside, so they have a linebacker right here. It's a one-on-one matchup with this slot and this nickelback. Over here, you have 2 over 2, but it's actually 3 over 2 because this safety is on this hash. I don't know why he's on this hash. Maybe he's afraid of Jefferson killing them or whatnot. So you can see the quarterback takes that. He is looking at that safety to make sure that safety is sitting still on that hash. It is. He is running a hitch to hold. He is running a hitch to hold, one-on-one option. And if you go back and watch the old school Art Briles Baylor film, this is what they do a lot. They just want to hold these defenders right here and give their man a vertical shot. That's what happens. It is again pat and go. My guy is better than your guy. And I just want you to notice where this guy's eyes are and chin. It is on the ball when he throws it. This is a teachable moment if you can't watch him track it. And now he is looking straight. Notice his eyes and chin are on the ball. That is just a beautiful pitch and catch. That is something you have to work on every day. That is what LSU worked on every day, and that's why they have one of the most phenomenal offenses in the history of college football and why they blew out Clemson, and this is why they scored their last touchdown.
There you go, Coach. That is the 6 touchdowns LSU scored against Clemson in the national championship game. If you like this kind of breakdowns, these are fun for me, but I don't know if you like them or not. Leave me a comment down below with whichever team you want me to break down. Right now, I've got one from the Chiefs-Texans NFL game in the pipeline that should be coming out next week. Also, if you haven't already, I have a video series for explosive drills. You can find it in the description below or in the very first pinned comment. All you do is click that link. It takes you to a website, type in your email, and you get a video series, 1 drill per day for 6 days on how you can get more explosive in your offense if you like that. And until next time, coaches, let's continue to master the spread, score points, and have fun.